Well, hey YouTube, welcome back my friends once again to HarleyDayRider, your good old friend HDR. And I'm currently sitting here in the HDR garage. And just sitting here with the old girl here, the 2018 Road Glide Ultra. As you can see, I took the Tourer pack off, lost 60 pounds on the back end there. And I like to ride with that back passenger rest there, but when the missus goes with me traveling, it's great to throw the Tourer pack on and be ready to go. So we're not here to talk about that. What we're here to talk about today is the new bike, right? The 2024 Road Glide. So it's not a limited, it's not an ultra, it's just a 2024 Road Glide. It's a very base package. Some of you guys have seen me with it on Instagram, and you're like, wow, HDR, congratulations on that new bike. And so that's what I'm here to talk to you about today, about buying a new motorcycle. What could be wrong with my 2018 that I want to trade it off? Why would you want to buy a new motorcycle? Why do you want a new 2024? What's so important about that? So let's start. A lot of you have seen the Instagram post. If you didn't, go to my Instagram. You can see the post where I was at the dealer yesterday. And it always works this way. So I stay away from Harley Davidson dealers for that reason. When I go there, I want to buy something. And I don't want to buy a t-shirt or a poker chip. I usually want to buy a motorcycle. And the new ones came out. It really, really tickled my fancy because of the new dash, the new infotainment system. We're going to talk about that in just a minute. The new bells and whistles of the new electronics, and we're going to talk about that in a second. So anyway, I did probably what I shouldn't have done. I went over and I started talking about the price because the tags wasn't on the bike. And I'm like, yeah, that usually signs that they're going to kind of rip you off, right? The old Harley bait and switch. But I was at a dealership. I'll tell you where I was at. I was at Three Rivers Harley Davidson of Pittsburgh. And I talked to a man there. I should have brought his card down with me for his first name. Absolutely very much non-pushy salesman. Such a nice guy. I mean, it was just, I asked questions and he got me the answers, okay? So here was some of the questions was, well, what would you give me for my 2018 Road Glide Ultra, first of all? And he said that, do you have the VIN number? And I happen to have the VIN number. Guys, you should always take a picture of your VIN number and keep that on your phone. I had to find it, but I do have it. So he was able to go back and get me a more direct price for the 2018 Road Glide Ultra. Now, they don't care what you have on it. And he said, yeah, I said, I got lights on there, and I got, a new windshield, and I got, new shocks. And he said, we really don't care what you put on it. It's basically book value. So we're going to go through the exact prices that he quoted and exactly how this is laid out. I have it right here in my pocket, okay? So, all right. So let's see here. The 2018 Road Glide Ultra, okay? At the bottom, at the end of the day, he said they didn't even see it yet. It could be a little bit more, but he told me $21,500 that he would give me for this bike. It's got 30,000 miles on it. He would give me $21,500, okay? Now, the base price of the 24 Road Glide, okay? The base price, I'm going to make sure this is recording, guys, because this is just so important. And I know this is unprofessional to look at this thing right now, but I am going to look at it. Okay, I am recording audio, so I got everything going here. All right, I just wanted to double check. All right, the base price he quoted me was $28,000 for the Road Glide, the 24 Road Glide. All right, so, and I noticed looking at the Road Glide, the 24, that it has back like pegs. It doesn't have back floorboards for the passenger. And I know for Mrs. HDR, that is a huge consideration. She hates pegs. So I said, look, I'd like to, do they sell floorboards? He goes, oh yeah, they sell a package for that. So the package they sell is, because it comes basically, if you've seen it, and my thumbnail should have showed you the bike, I think I have a pretty good view of it. The back seat, there's no back passenger rest, and it's just a little hard 1-inch piece of seat material, right? So it's going to be very, very hard on her butt, okay? My wife, she has a very, very small butt. And anyway, so she doesn't have a lot of cushion back there to sit on that seat. So we'll talk about that too. So the long haul package, okay, which comes with the Tourer pack, the quick dismount kit, okay, the quick detachable kit, they put that on there for you, and the floorboards, all right? It is an extra $2,825.91. If I just want the Tour Pack, okay, so she has the nice wraparound. She likes the armrest on the Tour Pack. Just the Tour Pack is $1,929.95, okay, it's for just the Tour Pack. So in looking at this, the finance rates from Harley right now is really not too bad. 60 months is 3.99. 72 months is 5.99, okay? So he did tell me, though, if I did not have good tires on the bike, they would take $1,000 off that trade, but I have brand new tires on this bike, okay? So we're all good there. I would be financing, get this, I'd only be financing like $11,000 for a brand new motorcycle, okay? Not bad. That's out the door price. Well, there's tax and title and tax, title, and transfer fees, I think. Anyway, the normal stuff in Pennsylvania. So those are the exact prices that he quoted me that I have here, okay? Now, let's go over that. I lost a lot of sleep last night. I called Mrs. HDR. She's out of town, and I said, look, I sent her pictures of the bike. I said, I really love the bike. And she goes, well, you really loved your other bike. And I said, true. She said, but if you want a new bike, my wife is 100% supportive. And she said, I will support you, and you could buy the motorcycle if you want it. And I said, great. So I had this. Now, at this point, I have not test ridden the bike. So for you people on Instagram said, oh, congratulations. And you'd have to know the weather here yesterday was rainy, stormy. They're not going to let you test ride a bike when it's rainy and stormy, okay? It just doesn't happen. So I don't even know what the bike feels like. I don't know anything about this motorcycle. I do know it has that new infotainment system. It looks really great. It has like 100,000 buttons on the handlebars, which you'd have to get used to. Let's talk about some things that the new bike, outside the Tour Pack, that I have to add, that I would also have to add. And I didn't realize this until this morning. So the infotainment system does not come with the GPS. The Harley figures this. What they did was they stripped that bike down. They made it a lower price point, a lower entry point, which, you know what? I think that's a win. I think the new CEO did an absolute amazing job with that plan, because I think it's going to allow more people to buy touring bikes that would probably buy a Road King. I think they would actually step up and maybe buy a touring bike because it has saddlebags. I'll tell you about the downside of the saddlebags that I found. But other than that, the rest of it is great. I love the bike. Don't get me wrong. I love that new bike. I sat on it. I was like, it was somewhere close to it was like a religious experience. You know what I mean? When that happens to you. So anyway, let's get on with this real quick. So in looking at the bike and talking to a lot of people, it does not come with a GPS, a built-in GPS. The reason we bought this, I had a 2011 Electra Glide Classic, and it had like a radio, but we used our phone for a GPS. This was quite a while ago, and we were coming across the back of the tail of the Dragon, and we lost service when we came off, so we had nowhere to go. We didn't know where to go. Of course, we just went straight and figured it out, but we had no GPS, so we wanted a motorcycle with a built-in GPS. Now, on the 2024 models, the new Road Glides and new Street Glides, what they did was you could purchase a subscription to get the GPS turned on. It's $800. No. 300. Was it 350? $350 for 3 years. Okay. After that, nobody knows what's going to happen. They don't know if it's going to just be free after that, or if it's going to stay on or just shut off on you. Now, it does have built-in Apple CarPlay, and it does have built-in Google Play, or whatever Google thing is called. So you can hook your phone up to the radio, and that's fine. Let's talk about the saddlebags. They redid the saddlebags to make them, they said they're more, let me see how Harley classifies this, because I've seen it on another video. They're more bendable. How about that? To me, they were like plasticky. These are solid fiberglass. These bags are great. I believe the new bags, though, could blow off your bike and probably not get damaged. It might crack the paint, but they're actually like flexible material. It's almost like a plastic, okay? That's on there. Remember, they were cutting the price point. They had to find ways to lower the price point to get it to where they wanted to sell these bikes at. So there has to be some takeaways, all right? So when you get the Tour Pack kit, and I didn't know this until this morning, you have to buy the brake switch kit for your hill assist. You have to purchase that extra to have that put on the bike. So that was another thing, another consideration that I'm thinking about. So if I get the bike built the way I want it built, it's still going to be closer to 30, maybe 30, 20, yeah, well, maybe 30, 32 by the time I get everything on it. So is it, guys, it's a great bike. I'm not dissing that bike at all. I really, really like the new bike, and and that's why I had a sleepless night last night. It's a big consideration. Now, here's the other side of this. On this motorcycle, I've been upgrading this motorcycle since I bought it. The first week I bought it, I put the slip-ons on. We all do that. But I put things like the detachable tour pack kit on there, right? I put that on there. I bought this backrest, this passenger backrest, so when we go on short rides, then we're good with that, okay? I put hand grips on here. I put the handlebars on here. I put $1,000 shocks on the back, right? Legend Revo A's, $1,000 I pay for their shocks. I put $140 windshield on this motorcycle. There is over $1,200 worth of custom dynamic lighting on this motorcycle. Highway pegs, gas cap cover here. I can go on and on and on and on, all right? So another consideration is I'm gonna have to strip this bike and put all the original parts back on it. This bike is built for comfort. It's built for me, okay? Am I going to ride the new bike any more than what I'm going to ride this bike? Probably not. I'm looking outside right now. It's snowing. You may be able to see it out behind me here in the window. It's snowing, okay? It's March. It's still snowing. We don't start riding here until like May 1st. We start riding motorcycles, and we're done at the end of October. So, you do the math. This bike is paid off. I don't owe a nickel on it. It belongs to me and Mrs. HDR. So I put new mirrors on. All this stuff that makes the bike your own, right? I'd have to start over from scratch, and I'd have to buy the new bike. And again, Three Rivers Harley Davidson, they did an amazing job, and I think they were making me a fantastic deal, especially giving me $21,500 for this bike. When other dealers said, we'll give you 16, and I was like, I paid 30 grand for this bike, brand new. So I just want to give you my take on buying a new bike and really think about it, right? We can all go out, and I could buy the new bike. Miss HDR said, let's go down on Monday, sign the paperwork, take your bike down, drop it off. We could pick up the new bike like on Saturday when I'm off and bring it home. She told me that. We can definitely do that. The financing would be fine and no big deal, right? I could buy the new bike, so that's not a problem. But sometimes I say, the old adjective? I don't know. Monkey see, monkey do, right? Peer pressure. Your friends are out there, they're buying new bikes for their reasons. They have their own reasons why they want a new motorcycle. And that's great, and I congratulate them for it. I'm glad they're getting their new bikes. But, I really got to look at my situation and look, is it right for me? Just because, your buddies go out. Remember I told you, watch my video on peer pressure on motorcycles. I bought this bike because somebody looked at my radio on my 2011 and said, oh, you got an old motorcycle. And so what? There's a lot of people out there riding classics, guys, and they love them, right? They build them and they love them. So, all right, I just want to give you my take on that. So am I getting a new bike? Yeah, I'm still on the fence about it. I mean, I love the new bikes. I love the feel of it. I'd have to test ride it. Everybody says once I test ride, I'll buy it. I don't know. Financing $11,000 is really not that much money in the whole scheme of things when you're looking at a $32,000 bike once it's built out. But I don't know. I don't know if it's for me right now or if I'll just keep the 2018 and I ride it. I'm not going to ride a new bike anymore. Maybe when I first get it, I ride the crap out of the Himalayan I bought because it's a 2022. It's just newer than this one, and it's small. I like a smaller bike to jump on it and just run around town. So I hope you found this video informative, and I hope you make the right decision for you, whatever that is. I mean, if you buy a new bike, congratulations, and you're getting a great motorcycle. The only thing I can tell you is that new electronics has not been tested. That's another thing I'm thinking. Harley's putting all electronics in that bike, and I said, if that dash goes out, your bike is done. You can't go anywhere. You're not going to do anything because you don't even have any gauges. You wouldn't even know how much fuel you have because it's all electronic and digital. So, well, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it was informative to you. I hope it wasn't too long, and I do appreciate you out there. If you like this kind of video, give it a big thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button. I would truly appreciate your dedication to the channel here. And until next time, remember, I always tell you, ride your own ride. You buy what you want, and a guy once told me, ride what you love and love what you ride. Guys, take care out there. Again, be safe and ride your own ride. I will talk to you next time. HarleyDayRider, your girlfriend HCR, will be down and out in a beautiful HCR garage here in southwestern snowy Pennsylvania, where there's no motorcycle riding today. I'll talk to you guys next time. Take care. Bye for now.